Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever wondered why so many people talk about manifestation, yet so few actually live the reality they desire? Why is it that we scroll through social media and see thousands of quotes about thinking positive, visualizing, and believing in the universe, but when the day ends, most people are still stuck in the same financial struggles, the same emotional pain, and the same limiting patterns they've been living for years? The truth is, manifestation isn't magic, it's mastery. It's not about wishing, it's about aligning. It's not about saying the right words, it's about becoming the right version of yourself to hold the reality you dream of. We live in a universe governed by laws as real and unshakable as gravity. And whether you believe in them or not, they are shaping your life every single moment. The law of attraction is only the tip of the iceberg. Underneath it lies the law of vibration, the law of action, the law of cause and effect. Manifesting correctly is not about doing one thing, it's about living in alignment with all of them. Today, I want to walk you through 7 powerful principles that, when practiced together, will completely transform the way you manifest. These are not feel-good ideas. These are the exact patterns of thought, feeling, and action that allow you to co-create with the universe. And I promise you this, if you apply what I'm about to share with relentless dedication, your reality will shift in ways that seem impossible now. So let's step into the truth of manifestation and learn how to manifest correctly. When it comes to manifestation, clarity is not just an advantage, it's the foundation upon which everything else rests. You can have the strongest willpower, the deepest belief, and the highest vibration, but if your vision is foggy, your results will be just as unclear. Think about it, have you ever tried to take a trip without knowing your destination? You might start driving, but without a specific address, you'll end up lost, going in circles, burning fuel, and wasting time. That's what most people do in life. They say they want more money, better health, or a loving relationship, but they haven't taken the time to define exactly what that means to them. Saying I want more money is like telling the GPS, take me somewhere good. Somewhere good? Good according to who? The GPS can't figure that out, and neither can the universe. You need to give an exact location, a clear target. If you say, I want $100,000 in savings by December 31st, now you've given your mind and the universe something to lock onto. That level of precision creates a mental blueprint, and a mental blueprint becomes a magnet for reality. Clarity sharpens focus. And focus is the difference between sunlight that warms your skin and sunlight that can start a fire. When sunlight is scattered, it's pleasant. When concentrated through a magnifying glass, it can burn through anything. Your intentions work the same way. When they are scattered, a little bit of desire here, a little bit of desire there, the energy is too diffused to make an impact. But when you focus intensely on a single, crystal-clear outcome, you concentrate your energy into something unstoppable. Most people avoid clarity because clarity forces responsibility. The moment you define exactly what you want, you strip away the excuses. Vague goals leave room for blame. You can always say, well, that's not exactly what I meant, or it didn't happen the way I thought. But when you're precise, there's no hiding. If you set the goal of earning a certain amount of money, running a certain distance, or building a specific relationship, it becomes obvious whether you're moving toward it or away from it. This is why powerful manifestors spend as much time as necessary defining their vision before they ever start taking action. They don't rush the step of decision-making, because they understand that decision is the first creation. Your dream is built twice, once in your mind, and then in your physical reality. If the mental version is blurry, the physical version will be even blurrier. I want you to take a moment to picture the life you truly want. Don't just see the vague outlines, go into the details. Where do you wake up in the morning? What do you see outside your window? What's the temperature of the room? Who's beside you, if anyone? What's the first thing you do when you get out of bed? If it's a house you want, walk through the rooms in your mind. What color are the walls? What's hanging in the hallway? If it's financial freedom, imagine opening your bank app and seeing the exact number in your account. See the commas, see the decimal points, see your name above the balance. That level of vivid detail is what programs your subconscious mind to accept your vision as possible. And once your subconscious accepts it, it will begin finding ways to make it real. But clarity is not just about the what. It's also about the why. Your why is the emotional fuel that drives your manifestation forward when the excitement fades. If you want to double your income, why? Is it to travel the world? To give your family security? To fund a passion project? If you want better health, why? Is it to feel confident in your skin? To have the energy to play with your kids? To extend your life so you can witness more of the moments that matter? Without a deep why, your manifestation becomes fragile. It can crumble at the first sign of resistance. But with a strong why, you become unstoppable. Here's the mistake most people make. They try to skip clarity and jump straight into doing. They hear about a manifestation technique, they start repeating affirmations, they do vision boards, but the picture in their mind is inconsistent. One day they see themselves as a millionaire living in a penthouse, the next they are picturing a quiet farm in the countryside. One day they want to start a business, the next they want to become a speaker. The universe is receiving mixed signals. Imagine ordering 2 different meals from 2 different restaurants at the same time. Which one gets prepared? Which one arrives? You end up with neither. The universe responds to certainty. Your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions must all be pointing in the same direction for manifestation to work at its highest level. That's why clarity is power. It eliminates the static from your signal. It tells your subconscious mind, this is where we're going. Nothing else matters. I'll give you a secret. Clarity doesn't just pull your desires toward you, it also pushes distractions away from you. When you know exactly where you're going, it becomes much easier to say no to things that don't align. If your goal is to save $50,000 for a business investment, you won't be tempted to spend $5,000 on something that gives you no return. If your goal is to run a marathon, you won't waste your mornings lying in bed, because you know every training session matters. Clarity makes decision-making effortless. You stop asking, should I do this? And start asking, does this move me closer to my vision or further away? That one question can change your entire life. And here's another truth, clarity requires courage. Sometimes, when you sit down to define exactly what you want, you'll realize that your dream is much bigger than you've allowed yourself to believe. You might feel unworthy of writing it down. You might hear that voice in your head saying, who are you to want this? But that's exactly why you must write it down. You must declare it with confidence even before you know how it will happen. Because clarity is the first step in telling the universe, I am ready. So, if you want to manifest correctly, stop living in vague desires. Write your vision with precision. See it in your mind so clearly that it feels real before it ever arrives. Define your why so powerfully that no setback can knock you off course. And once you have that level of clarity, you'll find that the next steps, aligning your vibration, removing limiting beliefs, taking inspired action, all become exponentially easier. Because now you know exactly where you're going. Everything you want, the house, the relationship, the health, the career, the financial freedom, already exists in the realm of possibility. But possibility is like a radio station. It's always broadcasting, and yet you can only hear it when you're tuned into the right frequency. Your vibration is the frequency you're tuned to. It's the energetic language you speak to the universe, and here's the truth. The universe responds to your vibration, not your words. You can say, I am abundant all day long, but if deep down you feel fear every time you check your bank account, your vibration is scarcity. And scarcity will attract more experiences to match it. To manifest correctly, you must align your inner state, your emotions, thoughts, and beliefs with the frequency of what you want. This is not just about thinking positively, it's about living in a state of emotional resonance with your desire. If you want joy, you cannot live in frustration and expect joy to find you. If you want love, you cannot live in self-hatred and expect someone to cherish you. Your life mirrors your dominant vibration, so the first step is to identify where your vibration is right now. Take a moment to honestly assess yourself. When you think about your desire, do you feel excitement or fear? Do you feel inspired or doubtful? If there's more fear than faith, more doubt than trust, your vibration is not aligned. And no amount of forcing or trying harder will override that. It's like trying to watch a channel that you haven't tuned into, all you get is static. Think of your vibration as a magnet. If you want to attract gold, you can't have a magnet tuned for wood, it just won't stick. You must match the energy of what you want. By feeling as though you already have it. The human mind has an incredible power. It cannot distinguish between an experience that is vividly imagined and one that has actually happened. When you truly feel the emotions of already having your desire, your subconscious begins to believe it is real. And once your subconscious accepts it, it will work relentlessly to bring it into your physical reality. Let's break it down with an example. Suppose you want to manifest financial abundance. Most people in that situation live in the vibration of lack. They think constantly about debt, bills, and expenses. They check their bank accounts with anxiety, they talk about how expensive everything is, and they replay stories of financial struggle in their heads. That constant focus on lack is a signal to the universe, more lack, please. and the universe obliges. The shift comes when you start to feel abundant before the money arrives. This is not about ignoring your current reality, it's about refusing to let your current reality control your vibration. You begin by finding things you already have to be grateful for. Maybe it's the roof over your head, the food in your fridge, the fact that you're breathing. Gratitude is one of the fastest ways to shift your vibration because it immediately moves you into a state of having, not lacking. Once you've raised your vibration through gratitude, you can amplify it with visualization. Close your eyes and imagine living your desired reality. If it's wealth, see yourself making purchases without hesitation, see your bank balance growing, see the opportunities flowing toward you. Don't just see it, feel it. Feel the relief of financial freedom, the joy of generosity, the security of knowing you're taken care of. Your emotions are the fuel of manifestation. The stronger and more consistent they are, the more magnetic you become to your desire. But here's the mistake people make. They think they can fake their vibration. They smile on the outside, but inside they're panicking. They post inspirational quotes online, but in their private thoughts, they're full of fear. The universe responds to your dominant state, not your momentary effort. This is why alignment is a daily practice, not a one-time event. You can't meditate for 5 minutes, feel great, and then spend the rest of the day complaining and expect results. To keep your vibration high, you must guard it like a treasure. That means paying attention to the conversations you have, the media you consume, and the thoughts you entertain. Every word you speak, every image you see, every thought you think either strengthens or weakens your alignment. If you surround yourself with people who complain constantly, you'll absorb that energy. If you watch news that fills you with fear, you'll carry that fear into your vibration. Alignment requires intentional living, choosing what you feed your mind and soul every single day. Another powerful tool for alignment is embodiment. Ask yourself, how would the version of me who already has this desire live? If your goal is to be fit and healthy, how would that version of you eat, move, and rest? If your goal is to be a successful entrepreneur, how would that version of you structure their day, carry themselves, and make decisions? Then start living that way now, even in small ways. When you embody the identity of your future self, your vibration naturally aligns with that reality. And yes, there will be moments when your vibration drops. That's normal. Life happens. But the goal is to develop the awareness to catch yourself quickly and shift back. When you notice fear creeping in, pause and breathe. When you catch yourself in a negative spiral, stop and ask, what can I focus on right now that feels good? Alignment is not about being perfect. It's about coming back into resonance over and over until it becomes your natural state. Remember this, vibration is the cause, reality is the effect. Your life is not happening to you, it's happening from you. The sooner you take responsibility for the energy you're emitting, the sooner you'll see your outer world reflect your inner world. Align your vibration with your desire, and you will begin to attract it with a speed and ease that will make people around you think it's magic. But it's not magic, it's mastery. Here's a truth that may sting at first but will set you free once you accept it. You will never manifest beyond the level of what you believe you deserve. Your results in life are not determined by what you wish for, but by what your subconscious mind is convinced you are worthy of having. This is where most people unknowingly sabotage themselves. They affirm abundance but deep down believe they'll always struggle. They visualize love but carry a buried conviction that no one stays or relationships always end badly. These invisible stories, these silent scripts, these unspoken agreements you've made with yourself, they are called limiting beliefs, and they are the single biggest reason your manifestations don't show up the way you expect. Think about it. If manifestation is planting a seed, your beliefs are the soil. You can plant the most powerful seed of desire, but if your soil is filled with toxins, fear, doubt, shame, guilt, the seed cannot grow. And here's the dangerous part. Most of these beliefs are buried so deep in your subconscious mind that you don't even realize they are there. You've been carrying them for years, even decades, often inherited from your parents, your culture, your religion, or your early life experiences. A child who hears "we can't afford that" over and over might grow into an adult who unconsciously sabotages opportunities for wealth because money is hard to get. A teenager who goes through heartbreak and hears "all men cheat" or "women can't be trusted" may unknowingly create relationship after relationship where trust is broken. A student who is told "you're just not smart enough" might spend their adult life underachieving, even though they are more than capable. These beliefs operate like a thermostat. No matter how much you try to heat up your life, through affirmations, through vision boards, through action, the thermostat of your subconscious will pull you back down to the temperature it's been set to. That's why someone can suddenly come into money and lose it just as quickly, or find a loving partner but push them away, or land a great opportunity but find a way to ruin it. The external result changed, but the internal setting stayed the same. So how do you remove limiting beliefs? The first step is awareness. You cannot change what you cannot see. Start by noticing your patterns. What do you consistently struggle with? Where do you keep hitting the same wall? If you've been trying to manifest wealth for years but never seem to get ahead, ask yourself, what do I really believe about money? Do you feel guilty for wanting it? Do you secretly think rich people are greedy? Do you feel unworthy of financial success? Be honest. Your subconscious beliefs will often reveal themselves in your language. Pay attention to the phrases you say without thinking, easy come, easy go. I just have bad luck. That's just how life is. These are not harmless expressions, they are affirmations of your deepest programming. Once you've identified a limiting belief, you must challenge it. Ask yourself, where did I learn this? Is it actually true? Do I have evidence that proves the opposite? Often, you'll find that these beliefs came from people who were doing the best they could but were operating from their own limitations. Your parents may have taught you that money is scarce because they experienced scarcity. A teacher may have told you you're not smart because they didn't know how to teach you. Their truth does not have to be your truth. After challenging a belief, replace it with an empowering one. This is where repetition comes in. Your subconscious mind learns through repeated emotional experiences, so you must flood it with the new belief until it becomes your default. If your limiting belief is I'm not worthy of love, your new belief might be I am deeply worthy of a healthy, loving, committed relationship. But here's the key, you cannot just say it, you must feel it. You must bring up the emotion of already living it, so your subconscious starts associating that feeling with your identity. There are many tools for rewiring limiting beliefs. Affirmations paired with emotion, repeated daily. Visualization that places you in a future where the new belief is already true. Journaling to consciously replace old mental patterns. Meditation to quiet the mind and plant new seeds in the subconscious. Hypnosis or guided subconscious reprogramming to go deeper than conscious thought can reach. And here's the thing, removing limiting beliefs is not a one-time task. Your mind is like a garden. Even after you pull the weeds, you have to tend to it regularly or they'll grow back. That means staying aware of the conversations you're having, the thoughts you're thinking, and the environments you're in. If you want to keep your vibration high and your manifestation on track, you must protect your new beliefs like precious seedlings. Some people will resist your new identity. They'll say, you've changed. And they're right, you have. Because manifesting correctly means letting go of the small version of yourself that was willing to settle for less. It means refusing to live by outdated programming that no longer serves you. So remember this, your beliefs create your reality. If you want a bigger reality, you need bigger beliefs. Remove the limitations you've been carrying, not because they were wrong when you learned them, but because they are no longer true for who you're becoming. The moment you align your subconscious beliefs with your conscious desires, manifestation stops being a struggle. You stop fighting yourself. And when you're no longer your own biggest obstacle, you become unstoppable. This is where manifestation often gets misunderstood, and it's why so many people say, I tried manifesting, but it didn't work. They think manifestation is about sitting quietly, visualizing a dream, and then waiting for it to show up like an Amazon package. They meditate, they repeat affirmations, they make vision boards, all of which are valuable tools, but they stop there. They never take the actual steps that bridge the gap between where they are and where they want to be. And here's the truth. Without action, manifestation is nothing more than wishful thinking. The universe is not a vending machine. You don't just insert your desire, press a button, and stand there until it drops into your hand. The universe works through you, not just for you. Your thoughts, emotions, and energy send out the signal, but your actions are the proof you're ready to receive. They're the physical evidence that you're serious. Now, before you start thinking this means endless hustle, constant grinding, or exhausting yourself to get results, let me be clear. I'm not talking about any action. I'm talking about inspired action. There's a big difference between forcing something to happen and flowing towards something that's meant for you. Forced action feels heavy, stressful, and draining. It comes from fear, scarcity, or the belief that if I don't push harder, nothing will happen. Inspired action, on the other hand, feels exciting, meaningful, and natural. It often feels like a pull instead of a push. Inspired action is the phone call you feel nudged to make, the class you suddenly feel curious about, the email you feel compelled to send, the event you feel drawn to attend. Sometimes it makes perfect sense in the moment and other times it feels random, but later you look back and realize it was the exact step that led you to your manifestation. That's how the universe guides you. Let me give you an example. Imagine someone wants to manifest a better career. They visualize it every morning, they feel the emotions of it, they see themselves thriving, but they never update their resume, never apply for jobs, never learn new skills. They're sending the signal mentally but doing nothing to receive it physically. That's like planting a seed in the soil and then never watering it. At some point, the universe needs to see you moving in the direction of your desire so it can meet you halfway. When you take inspired action, you're not trying to control the how. You're simply taking the step in front of you that feels aligned. Sometimes that step will be small, sending an email, making a list, signing up for a class. Sometimes it will be bold, quitting a job, launching a business, moving to a new city. The size of the step doesn't matter, the alignment does. The more aligned your actions are with your desire, the faster you collapse the gap between thought and reality. Now here's why inspired action is so powerful. It builds momentum. Action fuels belief. The moment you do something toward your goal, your subconscious starts to see proof that it's real. If you want to get fit and you go for a run, your mind says, "We're doing it." If you want to write a book and you write the first page, your mind says, "We're becoming an author." This feedback loop strengthens your vibration because you're no longer just imagining, you're becoming. And yes, sometimes fear will show up right before you take action. That's normal. In fact, fear is often a sign you're moving in the right direction because you're stepping outside your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is where your current reality lives. Your dream life exists outside it. So every inspired action will stretch you, sometimes in ways that feel uncomfortable at first. The key is to take the step anyway. Fear will fade as your confidence grows. Another thing to understand is that inspired action often looks different for different people. For one person, it might mean speaking on a stage. For another, it might mean quietly networking behind the scenes. For one person, it's investing in a new skill. For another, it's decluttering their home to make space for new opportunities. The only common thread is that the action feels purposeful and aligned with the life you're manifesting. One of the easiest ways to start recognizing inspired action is to pay attention to your intuition. That quiet, persistent inner voice will often nudge you toward things that logic can't explain. Maybe you feel drawn to a certain book, and inside that book is a sentence that changes everything. Maybe you feel like going to a cafe you've never been to, and there you meet someone who becomes a key connection. Your role is not to overanalyze it, but to follow it. And here's the beautiful part. Once you take one inspired action, the next one becomes clearer. It's like walking through a dark hallway with a flashlight. You don't see the whole path, just the next few steps, but that's enough. And with each step, you move closer to your manifestation until one day you look around and realize you're living it. So if you want to manifest correctly, don't just sit and wait for miracles to fall into your lap. Send out your signal, align your vibration, remove your limiting beliefs, and then move. Even if you don't know the full plan, take the step you can see right now. Action is the bridge between the invisible and the visible, between thought and form. When you take inspired action, you declare to the universe, "I'm ready." And when the universe sees you're ready, it responds in ways you could never have imagined. Now we come to one of the most counterintuitive, yet absolutely essential parts of manifesting correctly, detachment. And I know when people first hear the word detach, they often think it means stop caring, or give up on your dream. That's not what detachment means at all. In manifestation, detachment doesn't mean you stop wanting your goal. It means you stop clinging to it so tightly that your energy becomes desperate, needy, or fearful. Think of it like this. If you plant a seed in the soil and then dig it up every day to see if it's growing, you're not helping the seed, you're killing it. The same goes for your manifestations. If you keep checking, where is it? Why hasn't it happened yet? Is it coming? You're sending a signal of doubt and lack to the universe. And the universe responds to your dominant energy. Detachment is about trusting the process so deeply that you release the need to control the timing, the details, or the how of your desire's arrival. You set your intention, you take inspired action, and then you allow the universe to orchestrate the rest. When you detach, you shift from a mindset of needing to a mindset of knowing. And that's when everything begins to flow more easily. The irony is that the more you chase something out of fear you won't get it, the more you push it away. Desperation is a repellent. But when you relax into trust, when you live as if your desire is already on its way, you become magnetic. That's because your energy shifts from scarcity to abundance. From "I must have this or I won't be happy" to "I am happy now, and this is simply adding to my joy." Let me give you an example. Imagine you're trying to manifest a relationship. If you go on every date thinking, this has to be the one or else, your energy will be tense and the other person will feel it. But if you go into the date thinking, I'm here to enjoy myself, and if this is meant to align, it will, you radiate confidence and ease, and that's infinitely more attractive. Detachment is not passive. It's not about sitting back and doing nothing. You're still taking inspired action. But once you've done your part, you're not micromanaging the universe. You're not checking the clock, counting the days, or obsessively looking for signs. You're living your life fully, enjoying where you are now while knowing what you want is on its way. And here's why this works. Manifestation is about alignment, not force. If your vibration is aligned with your desire, you're already a match for it. But when you obsess over when it will come, you're shifting into misalignment because you're focusing on the absence of it rather than the presence. Detachment keeps you in the right frequency by removing that resistance. A powerful practice to build detachment is gratitude for the present moment. Every day, look around at what's already in your life and appreciate it fully. Gratitude anchors you in abundance. It says to the universe, I already have so much and I trust more is coming. This not only makes you feel good now but also makes you a magnet for more. Another way to detach is to focus on why you want something, rather than how it will happen. The how is the universe's job. Your job is to stay connected to the feeling your desire gives you. If you want a dream home, focus on the feeling of safety, beauty, and joy it represents. If you want financial abundance, focus on the freedom, choices, and opportunities it brings. This way, even before the physical manifestation arrives, you're already living in the vibration of it. Sometimes detachment even means being open to receiving something better than what you originally imagined. You might be so fixated on one version of your goal that you miss the fact that the universe is trying to deliver something bigger, more beautiful, and more aligned. When you're detached, you're not locking yourself into only one outcome. You're allowing life to surprise you. And yes, detachment can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to controlling everything. But remember, your desire is not a fragile bird that will fly away if you don't hold it tightly. It's already yours in the energetic realm. Your role is to prepare the space, live in alignment, and trust the delivery. It's like ordering at a restaurant. You place your order with the waiter, you trust the kitchen is preparing it, and you go back to enjoying your company. You don't chase the chef into the kitchen every 2 minutes asking if your food is ready yet. That would not only ruin your evening, it would delay your meal. The same principle applies to manifestation. When you detach from the outcome, you become a calm, steady receiver. You radiate the energy of someone who already knows they are worthy, someone who already trusts that life is working in their favor. And that energy? That's irresistible to the universe. That's when things begin showing up faster, smoother, and often in ways more magical than you ever imagined. One of the most overlooked truths about manifestation is that it's not about one big burst of positive energy, one powerful visualization session, or one day where you feel high vibe and expect everything to change overnight. Manifestation is about consistency. It's about holding your vibration in alignment with your desire long enough for it to materialize into your reality. Think of vibration like the frequency of a radio station. If you want to listen to smooth jazz, you tune your dial to the smooth jazz station and keep it there. You don't switch to rock, then pop, then static, then back to jazz, and expect the music to play continuously. The universe works the same way. It matches your consistent energy, not your occasional spikes. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They get excited, they set their intentions, they feel amazing for a day or two, and then life throws a challenge at them. They slip back into old habits of fear, doubt, and frustration. And then they wonder why their manifestation isn't showing up. The truth is, your vibration is like momentum, it builds over time, but it can also be disrupted if you're constantly letting outside circumstances dictate how you feel. Staying consistent with your vibration means you become the guardian of your energy. You protect it. You nurture it. You prioritize it the way an athlete prioritizes their training or a musician prioritizes their practice. You can't expect a world-class performance without daily commitment. Now, here's the thing. This doesn't mean you have to be in a state of bliss 24/7. That's unrealistic, and frankly, that's not the goal. Life will always have ups and downs. But consistency means that even when challenges come, you don't abandon the emotional state that aligns with your desire for too long. You notice when you've slipped, and you bring yourself back. For example, if your goal is financial abundance, your consistent vibration might be one of gratitude, confidence, and expectation that money flows to you easily. If you have a rough day, you might dip into frustration, and that's okay, but you catch yourself. You do something to shift your energy, whether that's meditating, going for a walk, listening to uplifting music, or revisiting your vision board. You refuse to stay in low-vibe energy long enough to make it your new normal. Consistency also means integrating your desired vibration into your identity. It's not just about acting as if, it's about being that version of yourself daily. If your dream is to be in a loving relationship, you consistently show up as someone who loves themselves, who treats themselves with kindness, who believes they are worthy of love. If your dream is to run a successful business, you consistently embody the energy of a confident, capable leader, even before the results are visible. The challenge here is that your old identity will try to pull you back. Your brain likes familiarity, even if that familiarity is struggle, scarcity, or self-doubt. So staying consistent with your vibration requires conscious effort. It's a choice you make every single day. Am I going to align with my desire, or am I going to align with my old limitations? One powerful way to maintain consistency is through daily rituals. Morning routines are especially potent because they set the tone for the day. When you wake up and immediately put yourself in the energy of gratitude, excitement, and alignment, you're telling the universe, this is who I am. This is the station I'm tuned into. And if you keep tuning into that station day after day, the universe has no choice but to match it. You can also anchor your vibration through physical cues. Maybe you have a special song that instantly lifts your energy, a scent that reminds you of abundance, or a piece of jewelry you wear as a symbol of your intention. Every time you engage with these cues, you reinforce the vibration you want to maintain. But perhaps the most important aspect of staying consistent with your vibration is refusing to let the absence of your desire shake your faith. This is where detachment and consistency work hand in hand. You keep your energy aligned not because you see instant evidence, but because you know the evidence will come. You don't stop going to the gym because you don't see results after one workout. You keep showing up because you understand that consistency creates change. And here's the magic. The more consistent you are with your vibration, the less effort it takes to maintain it. At first, it might feel like work to pull yourself out of low energy states. But over time, your high vibration state becomes your default. You don't have to force yourself to feel abundant, worthy, or joyful. It becomes who you are. And when it's who you are, your manifestations have no choice but to match you. Consistency is the bridge between intention and reality. Without it, your energy is scattered. With it, your energy becomes a laser beam, powerful, focused, unstoppable. And when you hold that vibration steadily, the universe doesn't just deliver your desire, it delivers it with precision, in perfect timing, often exceeding what you imagined. This final principle is the doorway through which your manifestations actually walk into your life. You can have crystal clear intentions, you can feel the emotions as if it's already done, you can take inspired action, you can detach from the outcome, and you can stay consistent with your vibration. But if you are not open to receiving, you will unconsciously block the very thing you've been calling in. Receiving sounds simple, right? But in reality, it's one of the most challenging parts of manifestation because it requires you to fully believe you are worthy and deserving, not just in your mind, but deep in your heart, your subconscious, and your energy. And worthiness is where so many people have hidden resistance. They say, yes, I want more money, but in the quiet moments they think, am I really capable of handling it? They say, I want true love, but deep down they question, will anyone ever really choose me? The truth is, if your subconscious is holding on to unworthiness, guilt, fear, or a belief that good things don't happen to people like me, it will subtly push away the opportunities, the relationships, and the abundance you've been trying to manifest. This is why remaining open to receive isn't just about being excited, it's about clearing out the blocks that would make you shut the door when your manifestation knocks. Remaining open to receive also means letting go of the rigid idea of how your desire should show up. So many manifestations get delayed because we decide in our heads that it must arrive in a very specific package, through a very specific channel, at a very specific time. But the universe operates on infinite possibilities. Your dream job might come from an industry you never considered. Your ideal partner might show up when you're not even actively dating. Your financial windfall might arrive through an unexpected opportunity, not the one you've been obsessively focusing on. If you're not open, you might miss it entirely. Imagine standing at your front door waiting for a package, and because you expect it to come in a box, you turn away the delivery guy who's holding an envelope. You've just rejected the very thing you were asking for. Remaining open to receive is about trusting the universe enough to say, I don't care how it comes. I'm ready. I'll recognize it. And I'll accept it with gratitude. This openness is not passive, it's an active state of readiness. It's living in a way that says, I'm prepared to hold and handle my manifestation the moment it arrives. You create space in your life for it. If you're manifesting a relationship, you make space in your home, in your schedule, in your heart. If you're manifesting money, you open bank accounts, you learn about managing finances, you act like someone who respects and appreciates wealth. If you're manifesting a new home, you start packing boxes, you research neighborhoods, you behave as though it's already a done deal. When you remain open to receive, you also say yes to opportunities, even the small ones, because you understand that they might be stepping stones. Sometimes the universe delivers your desire in pieces, not all at once, and each piece is a test. Will you take it? Will you act on it? Will you honor it? And here's another layer. Being open to receive means allowing yourself to feel joy when the blessings arrive, instead of downplaying them or brushing them off. How often do people get what they've been asking for and then immediately shift into fear, doubt, or self-sabotage? They meet someone incredible and think, it's too good to be true. They get a raise and immediately worry about the extra responsibilities. They manifest a new opportunity and tell themselves they're not ready. Remaining open to receive is about leaning in, saying yes, and trusting yourself to rise to the occasion. It's about standing in your power and declaring, I am capable, I am worthy, and I am ready to handle everything that comes with this blessing. One powerful way to strengthen your ability to receive is to start practicing on a small scale. Accept compliments without deflecting them. Receive help without feeling guilty. Allow people to give to you without insisting on giving back immediately. Every time you receive something with gratitude, no matter how small, you train your subconscious to believe that receiving is safe, normal, and natural. The more you open yourself to receive in everyday life, the more you signal to the universe that you are prepared for bigger blessings. It's like stretching a muscle. The more you practice, the more capacity you build to hold the magnitude of your desires when they arrive. And remember, the universe never withholds. It only matches. If your energy says, I am ready and willing to receive, the universe will pour into you in ways that will astound you. But if your energy says, I'm not sure I can handle it, or I don't deserve it, the flow slows down. Remaining open to receive is like keeping the doors and windows wide open so that when the winds of abundance blow, nothing stops them from filling your life. Stay open. Stay ready. Trust the process. Because when you truly master the art of receiving, manifestation stops being an occasional miracle and starts being a natural part of how you live. And so, as you walk away from this moment, I want you to understand something deep in your bones. Manifestation is not magic, it is alignment. It is the art of deciding what you want, believing it into your reality, moving toward it with inspired action, and staying open enough to let it flow in. It is not about luck. It is not about chance. It is about choosing every single day to live as if you are already the person who has what you desire. The truth is, the universe has been listening to you from the very beginning. Every thought, every feeling, every action has been shaping the reality you are experiencing right now. The question is not whether manifestation works, it's whether you are working it correctly. And starting today, you know how. So stand tall in your worthiness. See your desires as done. Feel the emotions of having them now. Act in alignment. Trust the process. And when the blessings arrive, and they will, receive them with a grateful heart and an open hand. Because your dream life is not waiting for someday. Your dream life is waiting for you to step fully into the person you were always meant to be. And when you do, the universe will rise to meet you in ways you could never imagine. Now go, manifest correctly.